Welcome back to another class on Chofetz Chaim and mishlei. Did you ever ask yourself, why is it that when it comes to learning Torah, it's hard? When it comes to getting out of bed in the morning to go daven, it's hard. To do mitzvot, it's hard. How is it possible that when it comes to avodat Hashem, somehow everything in our eyes is difficult? To be modest is hard. To wear tzitzits is hard. We have so many reasons why we shouldn't be doing what Hashem says. And looking for all the leniencies just to be able to do what we want. How's that possible? But when it comes to the Gashmis world, when it comes to the garbage, when it comes to watching TV and reels and movies and sports and wasting your life, it's not hard at all. Somehow a person, even when he's tired at night, he has that extra strength to continue watching an extra movie. Or a person goes to a party late at night, somehow he has the strength to stay an extra hour or two. How is it possible? When you come to the same people and you tell them, why don't you learn Torah at 8:30? They can't because they're tired. Why is it so hard? But when it comes to a wedding, bar mitzvah, or any other party, somehow we have all the energy in the world. We're no longer tired. We shower, we shave, we get dressed, we look good. And we even pay for it. And that's not hard. How could it be? To come to learn Torah, you can't do. To go to a party, you could do. To learn Torah till late night, you can do. To stay in a party till late nights, you could do. Rabotai, you ever see a person walking his dog early in the morning? Before you even get up and go daven? You ever see it? I see it almost all the time. How in the world does this person get up early in the morning? And I'm talking about early in the morning. I'm not talking about 8 o'clock. Sometimes it could be 5 o'clock in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. How is it possible that these people get up early in the morning to walk their dog? And we, Rabotai, are still sleeping in our bed while they're walking their dog. How is that possible? Why? Chas v'shalom loling Rabotai, what? The dog is more important than our avodat Hashem? But that's what it looks like. They have that passion, they have that excitement to go ahead and take care of the dog. We don't have that passion and excitement to take care of our neshama, to do what is right. So we sleep away on our phone all day. I want to share with you today a very powerful Chofetz Chaim and mishlei. If the Chofetz Chaim and mishlei, if he brought it down, that means every single one of us is able to do it. The question is how? Because the reality is, yes, when a person comes home from work at night, he's tired. When a person has to wake up in the morning, he's still tired because he has to still, shake off the sleep. But how could it be, Rabotai, when you look at all the other people that are not serving Hashem, how is it possible that they have so much excitement? And they're never tired, whether it be morning, whether it be night. How is that possible? I want to read for you over here a verse in Mishlei, Perek Bet, Pasuk Daled, Pasuk Hey, Bezrat Hashem B'Leneda. This should answer our question. When I used to live in Briarwood in a building, and I had to go daven nets on Shabbat. And I'm talking about if nets was what? Probably had to be in shul at what? 4:50, maybe 5 o'clock. I would come out and I would see 3-4 girls that used to live in the building, not Bukhari, not Jewish, but non-Jews. Walking, I was coming out of the building, they were walking into the building. Now they were not, what are they doing 4:30 up in the morning? They were coming from a club. How is it possible that they have the energy to be able to party all night while I was sleeping that whole night? Right? You go Friday night, you have a meal, Shabbat, what? You learn, you say Divrei Torah, you go to sleep, and you wake up in the morning. But these people, no. They worked Friday, they came home, got dressed, and they went to club all night. And they only come back in the morning. But why aren't we doing it, Rabotai? Why are we doing it? Listen to this Chofetz Chaim. Rabotai, this is the emet. If you're gonna seek it like silver, and you're gonna search for it as treasure, meaning the mitzvot and the Torah, אז תבין יראת השם ודת אלוקים תמצא. Then you're going to understand the fear of Hashem, and then you're going to attain the knowledge of God. What is it saying in mishlei? If you're going to seek it like silver, if you're going to go after avodat Hashem like you go after money, and you're going to search for it as treasures. You ever see people go treasure hunting? If they have to dig, they'll dig as deep as possible just to find the best diamond. How many of us, Rabotai, do that? How many of us seek and search Torah and mitzvot like treasure, like money? We run after it. How many of us? We don't have it, Rabotai. We don't have that drive. We have drive to make money. We have drive to have a good time. We have drive to eat good food. Drive to look good. But we don't have that drive to go ahead and find those mitzvot and Torah. When you come home from work, do you have the drive to come and learn Torah at 8:30? No. Why? Because it's not as important. But in the morning, if you have to be at work at 4 o'clock in the morning, somehow you're going to make it there. Why? Because you have that drive to go and make money. That's what he's telling us over here. If you're going to seek it like silver, and you're going to search for it as treasure, then you're going to understand the fear of Hashem. Then you're going to be able to appreciate the mitzvot and the Torah, which have to come and do with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But if you're not running after mitzvot and Torah, if you're not that type of person that has that drive, I want to learn more, I want to get another opportunity to do mitzvah, I want to be able to daven to Hashem again, I want to be able to do this, I want to be able, when you go to sleep at night, you're already thinking in your mind, I got to wake up strong tomorrow morning. That's the mentality you have to have. Not you go at night like a turtle, all tired, and then you wake up like a turtle, all tired. V'dat Elokim timta. And then you're only going to find the knowledge of Hashem. If you have that drive, you have to have it. It has to come within you. Nothing is going to help you, Rabotai. You could do this, you could listen to this, you could... If it's not going to be within you, nothing's going to help. How do they say you could bring a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink? There has to be something within you that's going to ignite you to want to serve Hashem. That's going to give you that drive that if it's in the morning, I have to get up. If it's late at night, I'm going to sit and learn Torah. You have to have that drive. You have to make it important. Just like money and everything else is important, we need to make Torah and mitzvot important. If we're not going to be important, this is why everything when it comes to Avodat Hashem is hard, because it's not as important. But when it comes to everything else, it's important, so we see to it that we get it done. And we don't just do it, we do it the best possible way. Comes the Chofetz Chaim and he tells like this. What is the verse coming to say? He says like this, Ve'al ken, and therefore, Tzarich ha'adam litnaheg bi'inyanei ha'torah v'ha'mitzvot kimo bi'inyanei ha'esek. A person needs to behave when it comes to Torah and mitzvot just like he would behave when it would come to business dealings. If you don't look, Rabotai, I have to say it, but they're not even comparable. But if you don't look at Avodat Hashem, if it's not equal to the way when, excuse me, if you don't look at Avodat Hashem, that it's as at least it's even with the way you look at making money, you are very, very far from Avodat Hashem. You're serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu only because it's comfortable for you. But when it's uncomfortable, you can't serve Him. You have people, they daven early in the morning, way before nets. 6 o'clock because you have to be at work 7 o'clock, whatever it is. Right? This is whatever. Come Shabbat, you don't see them by nets. You see them 8 o'clock minyan, 9 o'clock minyan, 8:30 minyan. Why don't you come? Come for nets, come before nets. You were able to wake up 6 o'clock, no. So come for nets, and it's almost the same time. Why don't you come for nets? I'm tired. It shows you, Rabotai, it shows you from over here what's important in our eyes. And it's not Avodat Hashem, it's making money. We daven early so we can make it to work on time. But if it's a Saturday and a Sunday, we're not davening early. We'll daven 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. I even know some people that daven 10 o'clock. But why during the week you get everything done? Why now you're not? Because during the week I have to go to work. Saturday, Sunday I don't work, I want to rest. But there shouldn't be any rest in Avodat Hashem. You shouldn't have that feeling, I want to rest from Hashem. What does that mean? How can you say such a thing? But this is unfortunate. This is the reality that we are living in. With all the distractions that we have around us, it is taking us away completely from the real purpose why we came down here. Chazal tell us that back then the Jewish people had a very great desire to do avodah zarah, right? To bow down to idols, like what do you call those statues and cows, whatever it was. So we ask ourselves, how? Rabotai, I'm not chas v'sholom, but I just want to. How stupid can you be to bow down to an object? Can you tell me it's not moving? So Chazal say, only if you knew what kind of yitzhar it was back then, you would never speak like that. But Rabotai, I want to ask you guys a simple question. How stupid can we be and watch something all day which is not live? It gives you nothing, Rabotai, no reward, nothing. How can you be all day on your phone? You had a claim on them. How stupid can they be doing avodah zarah? How stupid can you be wasting your life on a phone, which is exactly like, look, what's the difference? What's the difference? Just because it gives you dopamine, just because you feel good? That's all. Just for that moment, that's all so you saw something. Also, you saw a movie that made you feel good. Rabotai, this is a humongous problem. We ask questions and then we have to ask questions on ourselves. How low can we go? That we're no longer serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We are serving the iPhone, the media, what people have to say. We don't live for Hashem, we live for people. And that's why everything becomes hard. You have to have a certain stature. Comes the Chofetz Chaim and he tells us, if you want to be able to have avodat Hashem, you want to be able to find Yirat Hashem, you want to be able to know how to be able to learn Torah even when it's hard, and do mitzvot even when it's hard, even when you're tired, you gotta search for it. You gotta seek it like you would do silver and treasure. If you don't have that same desire to when it comes to learning Torah as you do when it comes to making money, you're very, very far from Hashem. You're not serving Hashem. You're doing it for yourself. You're serving yourself. Shacharit, mincha, check. I davened. Now I'm going to continue on my day. It doesn't work like that. You're never free from avodat Hashem. We're serving Hashem 24 hours, 7 days a week. There shouldn't be a break in your life. Oh, Baruch Hashem, thank you. Oh, woo, that class was hard. Oh, Yom Kippur was difficult. Oh, Purim is coming up again. Pesach, wow, we gotta start cleaning again. That's Rabotai. Tell me, and if your boss would tell you to clean the office or fly out to another country that's going to take you 24 hours to fly and be there for 6 months and not see your family, you're going to do it. For flesh and blood, you're going to do it. For the mitzvah al-Kadosh Baruch Hu, you can do it. I mean, we do it, but we have claims. We're tired. It's hard. Continues the Chofetz Chaim, therefore he says, "V'al ken tzarich adam litnaheg b'inyanei haTorah v'mitzvot kimo b'inyanei ha'esek." A person needs to behave with Torah and mitzvot just like you would do in business. Kishemachzik chanut v'kiyotzetz, as if you have a store and you're a business owner. He's going to bring you now an example. If you have an owner that owns a business or he works for a boss, doesn't matter. It's a snowy day. It's freezing. Is he going to go out to work? Is he going to open the store? Sometimes when I drive with the kids, I tell them it's unbelievable, especially now in the winter. This time especially, it's very cold. Like mamash, it's really, really cold. But somehow you see people, the non-Jews, somehow you see them building buildings and on the skyscrapers, and they're working outside, or you see the construction people, the people that fix the roads, cold, and they're still working. I had somebody in shul come to the class. Rabbi, it's cold in here, I can't learn Torah. Why you open the window? Because I need air. What do you mean why I open the window? On the contrary, when it's cold, you're able to learn more Torah because it keeps you awake. But when it's hot, you want to fall asleep. But Rabotai, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. I can't put one and one together. These non-Jews are working in the freezing cold. And we can't daven in a cold room, can't learn in a cold room. It's hard. I have to go home, Rabbi. We became like big babies. So comes the Chofetz Chaim and he's going to tell us, let me ask you a question. This store owner, if it's going to be cold outside, if it's going to be snowy, is he going to go out to work? He's going to go out to work. Then he's going to conclude, he's going to say, you have to behave like a businessman when it comes to Avodat Hashem. You have to take Avodat Hashem serious. It is not a joke. Do we daven our tefillah from the beginning till the end? How many of us daven? Do we learn Torah the way we're supposed to? How all day what we do is listen to shiurim, which is nice, Rabotai, it's nice. But is that the Amelis Bator that you have to be doing? No, that's not the Amelis Bator. That's good when a person, when you're leading Yeshua, it's good to listen. You're driving a car, you're eating, it's nice to listen. But when you're sitting and you're able to open up a book, why are you wasting your time in listening? Take a Shulchan Aruch, open up, pen, paper, highlighter. Learn inside. What would you rather have? $200 billion in the bank, which doesn't belong to you, but you could take that money as a loan, or $200 billion in your own savings account, in your own banking account. It's no loan, it belongs to you. What would you rather have? The answer is simple. Everybody's going to want to have that $200 billion in their banking account. So too with the Torah. When the Rabbanim are teaching, Baruch Hashem, there's a lot of them, and good ones. When they're teaching, they're banking in $200 billion. It's their Torah that they're teaching you. It's their Amelis. After all that toil that they went until they got it after 6-8 hours, and they figured out the Peshat, now they come and they spoon feed you. That's their toil. They're banking $200 billion. You're borrowing from them as if from time to time, you're borrowing from them the Torah. You're learning Torah when you're listening is not the same. They're learning Torah when they're toiling. But go the other way now. What happens if you're going to go ahead down and you're going to sit with a book in front of you, write, learn, review? You do the toiling. Now you got the $200 billion in your bank account. That is the difference. Continues the Chofetz Chaim and he says, When a person has a store or anything similar, right? He's not going to be lazy. The coldness is not going to deter him from going to work, is it? No, it's not. It's not. He'll have one customer come in, he's going to sell him a product, another customer come in, he's going to sell him another product, and so on and so forth. Even though from each one he only gets a small profit, does he close down the store? He still waits. He waits for more customers to come and more customers to come. He doesn't say, that's it, oh man, I got to give up on life. No. V'yoshev, and he sits, u'mitzapeh, and he waits, and he anticipates, matai yavohu etzlo socharim. When are the other merchants going to come to him? When are customers going to come and start buying from him? But here we go. Ukeshebaim, when they do come, mirov, listen to this out. Mirov hasimcha eino margish akor. From the excitement that he has, he doesn't even feel the cold. When he sees customers coming in, those customers are able to blind him from feeling the cold because he sees money. I want to ask you a question. We shouldn't have that excitement every time we get an opportunity to do mitzvah, to learn Torah. We shouldn't have that excitement. HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself is coming down. One idiot said, somebody showed it to me. Excuse my language, Rabotai. Why do we have to keep Shabbat and Yom Tov back to back? It's very hard. You know why it's hard? Because your priorities are not straight. Money is more important to you than God. That's why it's hard. And you had a lot of people that said, yeah, he's right. How can you keep a 3-day holiday? Shabbat, then you have 2-day Yom Tov. I don't understand. HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself comes and he visits you. You have the opportunity to do mitzvot. You have the opportunity to learn Torah. And you're saying and you're complaining, oh, it's hard. Over here, this businessman, customers, people come. For a few dollars, they come. Somehow he's happy, he's excited to see them. But when we get the opportunity to be able to keep Shabbat and Yom Tov, we shouldn't be excited. To learn Torah, we shouldn't be excited. You get to spend Baruch Hashem with your family 3 days straight, with your wife and your children, without being on the phone and without any distractions. You shouldn't be excited. Rabotai, where is our brain? Where are we thinking with our brain? Or we are allowing the world to think for us? He says, what's the reason he's not able to feel the cold when he sees customers come in? He says the whole reason is because he thinks that this is the whole purpose of his life, is to make money and sustain his family. Thinks that's it. This is, for why are we here? To make money and eat, drink, be merry, and die tomorrow. But he doesn't realize, he says, he says, even though that this is only temporary, it's only fleeting, you just made that $100, $100,000. It's coming in from here, going out there. The Gemara says a beautiful piece. Money is so fast. And why is it called Zuz? Because it's always on the move. Before you even look at it, it's gone. You're saving. Rabotai, money can disappear in a split second. For something that you're giving your life for, it can disappear in a split second. So that's what he says over here. Even though it's only momentarily, even though it's only for this temporary world that you're working in the cold and you have this excitement to see the customers just to make that money is only for this world. And look how excited you are. Listen to what he says now. Alachat kama v'kama, how much more so bi'inyanei haTorah v'mitzvah, when it comes to matters of Torah and mitzvot. Shuhu chaye olam, which is the next world, which is the world of eternity. Kama tzarich adam liyot zariz, how much a person has to be quick. Lirdov acharechem ulahasigan, to run after them, after the mitzvot and after the Torah, to be able to attain it. This is an open rebuke to every single one of us that unfortunately do just the opposite. If you get up early in the morning to go work, and if you come home just because you want to watch TV, or if you are excited to go on a vacation or to go to a party, Rabotai, all this is only temporary. But when it comes to Torah and mitzvot, you don't have that same excitement. It shows HaKadosh Baruch Hu what's important in your eyes. And it's not Him. It's everything but Him. We say, Baruch Hashem, thank you Hashem, Toda La'el, I know. We say it, Rabotai. We say it. Somebody showed me a music video, okay? So first of all, he's telling me what does it say in Hebrew. So I'm trying to listen to the music video, right? He's speaking about Hashem and thank you Hashem, all this, right? Okay. So I can't really pick up on the words. So I told him, why don't you just go on the, what do you call it? Maybe there are lyrics over there. So he found the lyrics. So he says, okay, translate it to me. So I took the phone, and what do you think I see on the music video? What do you think I see? What do you think I see over there? Men with beards and piyod singing, dancing? No. They had over there Jewish singers with women, immodest women. He's singing about Hashem. Rabotai, who are we fooling? Ourselves. Who are we fooling? This over here has to be able to change our life. A person has to go, he has to lirdof acharechem ulahasigan. You have to run after them and you have to attain it. Don't worry about what other people are going to say. People don't care about you if you're going to succeed or not. They'll be happy when you fall. So don't wait on them to make you great in Avodat Hashem. It ain't going to happen. If you're not going to do it, nobody's going to do it. So, if I'm not for myself, who's for me? Oh, you want to go to the yeshiva, you want to make him happy. You want to go to the wedding, you want to make him happy. You want to go over there, you want to make him happy. You want to do you want to be everywhere, but you don't want to be with Hashem. In the end, you know what's going to be? Yidgadal v'yidkadash. That's all. And then they're going to say, yeah, he was a good person. But what's going to be with your Olam Haba? You have no Olam Haba. What do you think? You were able to learn Torah. You were able to do mitzvot. And you passed all that up because you were so busy with everything but Hashem. You need it. Rav Meir Shlita one time said, what is it called? In Israel they have this thing. I don't know how in Hebrew how they call it. Panui banui. That means like this. When they want to build a building, right? So let's say they have 10 houses over there. So they want to build a building. So not only do they pay you for your house, but they'll tell you, we'll give you until we finish building the building, we'll give you over there an apartment, meaning you'll have nice 3, 4, 5 bedroom, whatever, for free. But until then, we're going to rent out for you a hotel. It's on us. I think that's what it's called, Panui Banui. So while the people are in the hotel, tell me, do you think that the husband or the wife are going to sit there and say, okay, you know something? We're going to be here for a year. So let's go change the kitchen counter. Let's make nice bookcases. Let's paint. Let's redo the whole thing. Let's make it like it's going to be ours forever. Anybody going to spend $1? No, nobody's going to spend money. I'm talking about good condition. Nobody's going to spend $1 because you're only there for a year. Why should you focus on it? You're going to move back to your original building that they're building now. Rabotai, same thing with us. Exactly the same thing with us. We're here only temporary. Why are we investing everything into everything but Hashem? Why are we not investing everything into Hashem and a little bit to everything else? Like the Shulchan Aruch Paskin, Sim Kuf Nun Hey, I think it's Halach Bet. Or Halach Aleph. It's over there. The Halacha says, make Torah primary and work secondary because it's not important. I'm not telling you not to work. You gotta work. You don't pay your bills. You don't pay your tuition. They're calling the next day. You didn't send in the check. You have 1 month. I'm not telling you not to work. But don't prioritize that over Hashem. Don't do that. You're wasting your life, Rabotai. You work like a dog to be able to spend all your money. You come home always tired. But what's going to be with your Olam Haba? You'll be 60, 70, 80. Are you going to become a Ben Torah? Or are you going to be an Am Haaretz? What are you going to be? Ask yourself that one question. Did you ever ask yourself what's going to be with you? You'll never know. Maybe the children will throw you straight into the nursing home. What do you think? They want to put up with an old guy? Every day, do this, give me this. But look at our Gedolim. They sit and they learn Torah. They don't bother nobody. On the contrary, they bless everybody. They help everybody with their learning Torah. That's what Rabotai, in order to be able to break that tiredness, that ideology, it's hard. By Avodat Hashem, it's hard. Rabbi, I can't learn. I'm tired. You gotta want it. You gotta run after it. And it's only that run. You have to run to be able to attain it, Rabotai. Make it a goal. That's it. This is it. There's nothing for me but this. My life revolves around Hashem. Everything else revolves around me. I don't revolve around the world. I revolve around Hashem, and everything is going to go like that. That's how it's supposed to be. Not, I have to learn Torah. Somebody calls you. Yeah, can you come? Yeah, of course, I'm coming right now. It doesn't work like that. They should work around your schedule, not you work around their schedule, because you are on Hashem's schedule. That is the way it's supposed to go, Rabotai. And like it's written in the verse, again it says, then we shall know. When are you going to know the knowledge of Hashem? When are you going to be able to appreciate mitzvot and appreciate Torah? When? That's only if you're going to nirdafah, if you're going to pursue it. You know what it means to pursue it? Not haphazardly. Okay, Rabbi, I got up in the morning. What should I do now? You have to have that drive, Rabotai. Let that drive, Rabotai, have that mentality. That one day you're going to die, you're going to regret it after 120 years of age. You're going to regret it big time. Why you wasted your life on shtuyot. The day will come. The day will come, Rabotai. That's a guarantee. Ask a lot of old people. You know, I speak, Baruch Hashem, you have, people that made it past 90s. I ask him, you want money? For what? He can't use it. You want girls? He doesn't have he can't. You want to eat food? No, he could barely sleep at night. So what? What can you do? What? Sheshbe, shachmati, cards, duraka, what is it? What can you do already? What can you do with your life? This is what we're living for. Do not allow this burden, do not allow Avodat Hashem to become a burden on you. Do not allow it to become heavy on you. Rabotai, he continues, he goes on more and more. I just want to read for you because listen, it's a lot. Baruch Hashem, but the point is brought out. He wants to say over here, I'll tell you outside. He continues and he says, what happens if this businessman, people owe him money? People owe him money. Is he going to stop going after them? Even if it's hard? He's going to say, that's it, okay. I can't do it. No, he's not going to stop. He's going to continue 1 time, 2 times, 10 times, 20, until he gets his last penny. He's saying the same thing by Avodat Hashem. Even when it's hard, don't stop. Even if you try 1 time to continue, even if it's hard, never ever stop. Eventually you're going to be successful. The Chofetz Chaim says something very powerful over here. And he says the difference between a business person and a person who's in Avodat Hashem, by a business person, he can try 100 times to go and receive his $100,000. In the end, say after 10 years, he gets the money back. 10 years, he had lawyers, he spent money, In the end, he only got 100,000. But look how much effort he put in. That's by business people. That's in this world. But when it comes to Avodat Hashem, lifum ta'ara agra, according to the pain is the gain. That means for every time it becomes harder on you to learn, harder on you to wake up, harder on you to have kavanah and tefillah, harder on you to do mitzvot, Hashem only is going to give you more reward and more reward. That means if Reuven is learning Torah and it's easy for him, let's just say numbers wise, say Hashem wants to give you $1 million. Shimon wants to learn Torah, but it's hard. He can't. There's his wife driving up the wall. His mother-in-law is calling him. He's tired from work. And he still comes to learn Torah. Hashem says, you $100 million. But they're learning the same Torah. No, they're not. They're not learning the same Torah. His Torah and his Torah too. His Torah has a lot of, it's very hard and he's still doing it. Your Torah is not hard. There's nothing pushing you down, so you do because it's easy. Lefum ta'ara agra. That is the difference in avodah Hashem and a business person. A business person can work all his life to go ahead and regain all his money back. He's going to get exactly the same thing what he went after. A Jewish person, he go ahead and avodah Hashem, the more harder it is, the more reward he's going to get. This is what the Chofetz Chaim says, Rabotai.